Do you find yourself sometimes losing your audience? You might give a speech, talk, or a presentation, and afterwards one of your team members or perhaps someone from the audience comes up to you and says, "That was wonderful. You were terrific. You did lose me at one point." Well, if this is happening to you, in this video we're going to talk about how you can overcome that obstacle of losing your audience. We've talked in other videos about the use of the voice, about breath, speech, having stage presence, speaking out. In this video, I want to talk more specifically about what it is you say, how you say what it is you say, so that you can make your audience come over to your side. Let's get started. As a voice and speech coach, I work with a wide variety of clients, from law to tech to finance. Right now, I have the good fortune to work with an architecture firm who does public work, so that when they go to make a presentation, at the very end of the bidding process, part of their regimen is that they need to make this pitch, along with the other 3 top finalists, to non-professional architects, to a board. They've termed a word for when they start to speak over the head of their clients as using archispeak. That is, using terms that are very specific to architects, which, of course, during the day they speak around the office all the time. It's a great term because it means anytime we start to use words that are too specific for the generalists. For instance, if you were a Dungeons and Dragons player, you would know all of those terms that world, and certainly if you spoke to other Dungeons and Dragons players, they would understand what you were talking about. But once you start to bring that to the outside world, you start to lose your audience. So how can you make sure you always stay connected with your audience? It's called make yourself relatable. How can you make yourself relatable? 3 simple steps. First, make sure you put yourself into your audience's shoes. What is their experience? What do they know? If you're a teacher talking to a set of kindergartners, what do they know? You have to come at them with their level of understanding, not to speak at them, but to speak to them. Secondly, be specific with examples or use analogies. For example, if you were going to buy a new car and you were looking for something that really moved along, that goes really fast, and you went to one salesman and the salesman said, "This car goes really fast." Well, what would that tell you? But if you went to another salesman and they said, "Inside this car, you'll find in the engine the only kind," and you start to lose you because you're not a specialist in cars. But for that third salesman that would get it just right, they would say to you, "It goes from 0 to 70 in 3 seconds. Well, boom, just using those words, using that image tells a whole story that touches you and you realize, oh, this is the fast car that I wanted. Finally, make sure that you talk in a way that is creating a great story, or be a great storyteller. So, find the passion in what you're saying. Find that story that really makes that audience member come to life. Be specific in your images, in the ideas, the colors. You know, that's what actors do. And that's why actors can be such great storytellers. Why you can relate to an actor when he's in a role. Because she's imagined what she's seeing, what she's feeling, the colors, the smells, all of that. Now, you don't have to do all of that, but certainly if you just use your imagination to think of that specific example, that specific story you're creating, that you're telling, and you see it, well, you have a much better chance of your audience seeing it too. Make yourself relatable. Put yourself in their shoes, be specific with examples or analogies, and be a great storyteller, and you'll get the results you want. You'll close those deals, you'll make those presentations a success, and you'll be the kind of speaker that you want to be, one that grabs the audience's attention and holds it with you the entire time. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.